One love, God bless. Far Nelson here, and today I'm going to talk to you about how you're not crazy, but you're just chosen. So we have to realize sometimes in life, many people are going to think we're crazy, but we're not crazy. Many times in life, when we're going through our spiritual journey, we have to realize that we're not thinking the same as other people. We're not acting the same as other people. We're not doing the same things that other people do. And a lot of people might take this as being crazy or being, weird or, this and that, dramatic. But life really is something that is a gift and a spiritual journey that a lot of people miss out on because they're so focused on the outside world and, the material. But really, it gets so much deeper when you get past just the physical and material world. There's a whole nother world out there, a whole nother dimension, but a lot of us are living only in the 3D. But when you start to awaken and start your spiritual journey, you start to come into the 4D, the 5D, some of us are even in the 6D. So we have to realize that a lot of people still stuck in this 3D are going to maybe call us crazy, maybe say that we're weird, maybe say that we're eccentric, all these different things. Because people aren't used to people not going with the norm. It's almost like you get made fun of if you're not a sheep, we all say that we don't want to be sheep, but when we're around other sheep, all they want to do is be sheep, And if you aren't one of them, if your hair's different, if your style is different, the way you talk is different, if instead of you scrolling on your phone, you're reading a book, people are going to call you out. People are going to say, oh, what are you doing? Oh, what are you reading? And some people might call you out in a good way too and be like, oh, I rarely see that. But this is what I'm saying. We are a rare breed. Many are called, but few are chosen. This means that everybody has access to the divine source, that we are obtaining, but only few people put in the effort and the work like we are to get there and actually receive the wisdom, the knowledge, the divine wisdom within our DNA, within our blood, within our breath, that's giving us breath, that's helping this blood pump, which is divine source, the Most High, Jah, God, Allah, whatever you want to call it. But this divine source is what's pumping our blood. It's what's giving us breath every morning, waking us up. And once we really start connecting with that divine source, we start to act differently because we're not the same people anymore. So this is a big switch up for a lot of people that I handle, of course. When you start to get in contact with a divine source and you switch up who you are, because you before were living in the material and now you've graduated to the 4D, you're not just thinking about the material, the physical. You're not thinking about, I only have this amount of money in my bank account, so I'm broke. You're not thinking about, I have this type of skin, so I'm not cool. Or I have this type of hair, so I'm not cool. Or, I don't have the, whatever goes through people's heads. I don't really know because I don't think like this anymore. There's ways of lack, there's ways of comparison to people. You're not thinking about the likes on Instagram and this and that anymore. So when you start getting out of these type of mindsets that most people are in, especially when you used to be that way, a lot of people are going to call you crazy and stuff. A lot of people are going to try to pull you back down to where you used to be. They're going to say, why are you acting this way when you were just doing this the other week? You know what I'm saying? Or they'll constantly bring up in an argument or discussion, like, oh, don't forget you did this, constantly bringing you back to your past, reminding you of your past. And it's going to take some time and some patience, which you should be building anyway, to be able to handle these situations and these people that are still stuck in the mindset of the past you and have not fully gained the wisdom and the understanding of the new you, which of course is going to take time. You had to take time to discover the new you, which is really the true you. So they're going to have to take time and discover you as well and really take you seriously. But as you continue your spiritual journey and you hold firm in your faith, it's going to work out. Everything is going to start aligning for you to the point that nobody's calling you crazy anymore. And you may be giving people the best advice they've ever had. But you realize that through these times of when people are thinking you're crazy or weird or this and that, you realize how much gift the simple presence of just silence is, of you just staying silent when this persecution, this trials and tribulation is going on. You staying silent and patient and not having to react to situations or what people say or defend yourself. You just kind of laugh it off because you know the truth in your head. If people want some information, if people want some of the truth that you're getting, they'll ask you up front. But till then, all you can do is drop little hints here and there because people ain't ready for it sometimes. They're already thinking we're crazy as it is. So a lot of people out here aren't going to go and Google what you say to fact check it and make sure it's right, or go to the right gurus and make sure that what you're speaking is right. So they're going to just take what you say and discredit it, or find someone who's saying something negative about it and just discredit it that way on TikTok or something. But we have to realize we're doing research that other people aren't. We're doing information digging, self-information digging that other people aren't. We're getting divine wisdom, especially if you're meditating and doing prayer. You're getting divine wisdom from places people aren't touching, people aren't thinking about, people don't have their awareness on. When we're in those deep meditations, we're getting so much information about ourselves and the world that, of course, people might think we're crazy. Of course, because we're starting to realize we're connected with the spirit. We're walking differently. We're talking differently. We're realizing how things are connecting, We're realizing how something we did here is connected to something we did there. We're realizing how there's so much importance of just doing a little yoga here and there. We're realizing how much there's so much importance of keeping your breath work during stressful situations. We're realizing that there's so much importance of what we eat. People are like, how do we have so much energy? It's because we're eating different now, People are thinking that because we're coming to work with smoothies, or we're coming to, a business meeting with smoothies, or coming to the family gathering with smoothies, that, we think we're all high and mighty, or we've completely lost it, all types of things. Until they realize how much we're glowing inside and out, realize how much energy we have. They say, oh, you ain't gonna eat meat? Okay, we'll see about that. We'll see in a few months. Remember, you just had ribs, a couple months ago. You were smacking down, showing all the seafood. Now you in this spiritual path. This is what people say. They don't believe it. So you have to believe in yourself most of these times. When people are saying you're crazy, don't let it discourage you. You must still believe in yourself and know that you are going to be consistent with what you're doing. Especially if you're to the point where you're already telling other people, like that was bold enough. So that's going to give you more encouragement. But from here on out, I would advise that your growth and your aspirations and your future dreams, be very picky about who you choose to tell, because from here on out, they're going to get big. Your dreams and aspirations are going to keep growing bigger and bigger, because you're becoming a spiritually awakened person, if you aren't already. You're becoming that. By watching these videos, you're getting the blessing of becoming a more spiritually awakened person, because it's making you think, whether you know it or like it or not. It's making you think differently. So when we're getting into these big dreams and these big aspirations that we're beginning to have, we need to realize that not everybody's going to even understand how that's even possible. Not everybody's going to be able to, really fully support what you say, even if it is positive, which hopefully all of our dreams and aspirations are positive. But when we start having these big dreams, like, you want to win a Grammy, or you want to create a clean trash solution, or you want to, start a clothing brand that's worldwide, or you want to help 100 million people, or you want to travel the entire world. When you start making these big dreams and aspirations that really to you aren't super big even, you're just telling them little bits here and there. But people aren't going to really understand and support that, because their dreams and aspirations are simple, like getting rich or being able to buy this new car and stuff like this, which of course it's not simple, but it's much more simple than people try to make it out to be. Of course, we're not all here with $100 million and super rich. But if we wanted that route, we know that if we work our butts off and get into certain industries and, learn about certain industries, we could definitely get rich. There's definitely a criteria, a certain flow of how to get rich if you want to get rich in the standard way. You go ahead, get a job, invest in stocks, invest in real estate, become a real estate agent, this and that, you know what I mean? And we got stocks, you got real estate, start a business, there's a bunch of different ways to get rich. But real quick for you, if you do want to get rich, you want to have at least 5 streams of income. So you want to do all those things I just said: stocks, real estate, still have a job, start a business, and then start another business, and things like this. Invest your money in different ways, and you'll get rich. It's an easy thing to do if you want to put that effort there. But when you start growing in your spiritual journey and your spiritual awakening, you realize where you put your effort to is where the real riches is. It's not you putting your effort to get rich. It's where you put your effort to, that spiritual alignment to. That's where the real riches is. And that's the beauty of being spiritually enlightened, being spiritually awakened, being in tune with your true self or the true divine, is that you start to align with your true path to the point where everything else that was on your vision board, your dream board, in your dream head, or wherever you put your dreams, starts to come into fruition as well, because you're focused on your path instead of the actual money or the actual car or the actual clothes or the actual haircut or the actual weight you want to get. You're focused on the general spiritual growth. You're just doing what the Most High is calling you to do. The Most High is just calling you to get healthy, and you're just losing pounds. You know what I'm saying? You're not even working out. You're just eating differently. The Most High is just giving you promotions because you're just coming to work with more enthusiasm, and so now you can buy this new car. The Most High is guiding you so that you see this jewelry shop on the corner and you just happen to be needing to get a diamond ring, and they say 50% off all diamond rings, and boom, you got a diamond ring, and now you're marrying your girlfriend that you've been wanting to marry for so long. It's things like this that we have to be aware and open for during our spiritual journey, to make us realize that it doesn't matter what the people who call us crazy say, because we are getting blessed left and right. And it's not just about the blessings, but it's about you being aligned with your purpose And you getting those blessings because you are what? You're sharing the love that God is giving. You're keeping a positive vibration. You're keeping good energy, good wisdom around. You are being a holy person, a righteous person, and you're being an example to others. So unfortunately, we live in a world where people love to see examples. Jah the Most High said, we are in a generation where they will not believe until they see. They need evidence to believe now. They hardly believe off faith alone. And Jah, the Most High, isn't going to come down theirself and give you a full example. No. They're not going to just come down and be like, it's me, I'm Jah, I'm God, I'm here. No one's going to do that. What the Most High is going to do is act through you. So when these people stuck in the 3D, the materialism world, see all the blessings you get from the changes that you've made within and throughout, and they know that you're truly dedicated, and it's truly not like a thing where you were coming out and being like, oh, I'm doing this to get this. And no, none of that. They knew you were really having an awakening, and they knew you were really changing mentally, physically, and spiritually. When they see this, they see your blessings, they see your new car, they see you getting promotion, they see you getting married, they see you getting a new house, they see you getting a beautiful kid and a life that you want. They're gonna what? They're gonna follow in line, because these sheep need shepherds. Many are called, but few are chosen. So that also relates to what? Many are called, right? But few are chosen. Few people are shepherds, right? But many are sheep. When we see a shepherd, you see tons of sheep, hundreds of sheep sometimes. Many of those sheep, many of them are called. All of them are called, right? But few are the ones that are actually calling the sheep. Few are the ones even actually hurting the sheepdogs. It's these type of gifts and tasks that we have, that we need to lead people into safety, lead people into shelter, lead people into the warmth. And that warmth is the spirit of the Most High, which is love thyself and love thy neighbor as thyself. To break it down simple and plain, because I know we don't like to get too religious in here, but we want to break it down in a way that everybody can understand that the main goal of the universe, the divine source, whatever you want to call it, I say Jah, as in Jehovah, as in Yah, as in Yahweh. That's a whole nother video though. But I say that the divine source will always guide you back to yourself as the divine source. So it's a beautiful, beautiful, harmonious relationship that we have with the divine. And we have to realize that we need to cultivate this in any type of way that we can. We need to cultivate this relationship by doing our meditations, by doing our prayers, by doing our positive affirmations, by journaling, by reading and getting more knowledge. Because when these people try to come up to us and say that we're being crazy, that we're being weird, and we know that we're just living holy, and we're dressing holy, and we're just eating holy, and we just don't want to associate with people that are talking about gossip, and people are talking about Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, and they're like, why don't you want to talk about this stuff? We have to realize that we're not the crazy ones. They're the crazy ones. We don't want to be the crazy people in a crazy world. No, it's a tough job to be a sane person in a crazy world, but somebody's got to do it. Many are called, but few are chosen, and you are chosen. That's why you're watching these videos. That's why you're trying to enhance yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. It's not about being the strongest. It's not about being the strongest physically. You want to be strong mentally and spiritually. But it's not about being the strongest physically. It's about being actually in line, divine, good person with no secrets that are going to, cause you to just mess up yourself, mess up your holiness. We don't want to have secrets. We don't want to have sin. We want to stop living a life in darkness and live a life in light. We don't want to keep on being ran by people who are doing sick things and they make millions and millions of dollars until it comes out, and this is who we're being run by. We want to be run by people and, influenced by people that are actually worth being influenced by, that are actual good people down to the core, when the doors and the lights are off and nobody's watching. So yeah, you can call us crazy if you want to, but that's because we're chosen and we live in a crazy world. Look at who's the richest people in the world right now. They are insane. Not us insane, not the type of insane that we are. We're the most holy, high, spiritual, divine righteousness. We aren't insane at all, actually. But the people that are the richest, according to materialism, in the 3D world, the richest people are the craziest people, the sickest people, the most perverse people, the people who deserve it the least, who probably don't even give homeless people $1 in their spare time. So please, I don't want to hear about the organizations that you're donating to and the this and that. I want to see who's getting their hands dirty and actually doing the discipline and making themselves spiritually aligned and awakened as we are. That's learning from the elders still, no matter what their bank account says and no matter how rich they get materially. We need to keep growing spiritually and realize that we live in a crazy world. We're not crazy, we're chosen. We live in a crazy world. So keep on growing mentally, physically, and spiritually, and especially learning. You want to keep reading these spiritual books, keep learning from different gurus. You don't have to pick up everything that they say. You don't have to become a Buddhist to learn about Buddhism, but you're going to get a lot of significant knowledge. So keep on learning, keep on learning, keep on learning is very important in this spiritual journey, and it's very important to dealing with people who aren't aligned, people who think you're crazy, people who are living in depression, anxiety, and lack, and fear, and judgment, and greed, and anger. It's going to help you. You want to learn how to deal with these type of people, you want to learn emotional intelligence as much as you can, because the Most High gave us this knowledge and this inner wisdom for a reason. And it's not for us to be separated from society, or else we would already be separated from society. Or maybe that is coming for us in the future. But right now we're at where we're at for a reason, and that's to help his other children, the sheep, to be the shepherd. The many are called, but few are chosen. So we are in the place we are right now for a reason. Be patient with the people who call you crazy, and know that you are here for a reason to help guide them, to help show them the light, and not an abrasive way and not an extra way. You're not trying to preach to them every single day or anything like this. But if one of them comes to you, one of these lost souls, one of these souls needing help come to you for any type of reason, be a helping hand and give a little extra salt and sugar on top of that, Make sure that you answer their question in a little bit extra. Give them a little bit of juice. Give them a little bit of light. Be a beacon. We don't want to be a light hidden under a box, hidden under the nightstand. No one lights a light and hides it under a box, We want to be bright. We want to be the city on the top of the hill, shining light. People knowing, oh, that is a place of refuge. That's a place of safety right there. Like, I don't know what I want to ask that person, but I want to ask them something. So be open. Keep that positive mindset. Let them think you're crazy, because we're living in a crazy world, and we have to pray the best for these people. pray that they're already getting their blessings. They're already getting their awakening. And their time is now, just as our time is now. So stay blessed out there. And don't stress about these people who are thinking you're crazy, even if it's your family, friends, or loved ones. Because if you stay consistent, they will change with you. And they will actually be able to respect what you're doing. So one love. If you haven't, please subscribe, like, comment, share. And I appreciate everybody that's been doing that. Hope you have a blessed rest of your day. And don't worry about those people calling you crazy, because you are chosen. You are blessed. You are awoken. And you don't have to worry about this nonsense that other people have to worry about. So stay blessed. Stay chosen. One love.